welcome back to Choose Your Own Path. We got time to make videos because we're home all the time, so if you guys are bored and watching them, great, say hello, it's all good. Today's video is a review and another review and a test. Let me turn you around. All right, so the good people at Everyone, this is the Galaxy Purple, so it's a little glossy. It's something, dude. Now, the good people at Everyone, what it is just like everything else. You can ask, they ask you, in fact, if you'd want to try and review their filament. Now, what happens is you go to Amazon, you buy it, you try it, you give them your honest opinion, what you think of it. That's what we're going to do. And they will reimburse you. I'm not sure if it's full or half yet, because, you know, I got this before I went into the hospital, and I haven't had a chance to do anything on it. But today, you know, since we're all up and running, that guy too, we sent the other box. The other one, we have the King Room printer. It's going to Quebec. So it's on the road right now. My buddy's gonna play around with it. He's gonna fix it, and he's gonna make lots of fun stuff to it. Send it back, or he'll come back for a drive this way because he's a truck driver, and maybe he might just drop that off for me. It'd be awesome. We'll get to meet him. We'll have some hamburgers, because I said, what do you want, some steak? He goes, no, I want some hamburger. Okay, hamburger's good. Anyway, so we got a lot of stuff going on, but we are going to test this guy. And what we did was we grabbed a file from My Mini Factory, and this is going to be Minotaurs. Now, this is a Minotaur, I should say, but I'm not making it just any Minotaur. I'm making it the big Minotaur. I size it up, whatever. We'll see how it looks, how it works, see what this filament looks like when it's done. So I don't know what the time is of it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you guys down. We are going to use our product, which is the nano adhesive, because this will be a bigger issue. We're going to put some down, heat up the bed, put some down, go from there. So I'll be right back. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay on some of this stuff. This is our nano adhesive. It's, again, if you watch the other video, it's helping that it doesn't lift any of your items, giving it the elephant foot or anything else. It's, you know, they even say that you don't have to put a skirt or rim on it. I don't know if the other one has one. Not really too concerned if it does or not. What I'm concerned is to make sure that it works. So I'm just going to squirt, like they said, put a nice big X, put a little drop around it. Now these little bottles, they don't last very long, I'm sure of it. So we have the bigger one too. So I'm just gonna stand up, and I'm just gonna spread this stuff around, like so. Like I said, I like this. They say you should spread it one way, spread it the other. Now, I'm not putting too much. I can see still some on here, so I'm not sure if it's lasting longer. You know, I had a comment from one of the subscribers, and don't forget, guys, I respect every comment you guys make. If you like what I'm doing, if you don't like what I'm doing, I'm not going to tell you to F off or nothing like that. That's not how I am. You give me your opinion as I'm giving you mine. If you don't like this stuff and you don't think it works, or whatever I'm doing, and it doesn't appeal to you, you know, don't be mean, because I'm not going to be mean to you. I'll always respect what you say. Just have a discussion with me. You can write it down. You can put it down in the description or in the comments below, and you can tell me, hey, Richard, man, like, you know, the last, I'm not going to give him his name out because, hey, I don't remember. Hey, nobody asked you. Nobody. Oh, you want to say hi? Say hi. No, go away. You know, you know, he has the right to tell me that he does. This guy says to me, I've been doing this for 13 years. I've used a bunch of blah, blah, blah stuff. I don't believe in any of them really work any better than the others. You know, I don't go, you know, well, the guy's been doing it longer than me. So what am I going to sit there and say you're full of shit? No, I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is, sorry, if they were, and I said it to him, if they would send you one, and you tried it, and it did work, would you be happy with it? I know I would. So, again, I don't do a lot of printing with big stuff that had anything lifted. I mean, I did. And yeah, so now I'm going to try something else. So what we're going to do is we laid some on. We're going to let it heat up like we, oops, that went a little bit too high. About 60, 65. And also, we're going to bring down this bed. The temperature of the nozzle, I'm not sure. It says, now, if it tells me anything different, diameter, temperature between 190 and 220 I could put this stuff on. So I usually go around 216. I think that's an okay, you know, an okay heating for the nozzle. We just pushed out all the white. Hopefully that's not an issue. All right, guys, and again, this is not a paid review where I'm working for everyone or nothing like that. It's just the good people there. You can get a hold of them and ask them. They'll ask you back if you're in Canada or in the States. Usually it's those. I guess they go everywhere, but they're in China, I guess. And they want people to test this stuff out. So again, you buy it, you put a review on Amazon, you tell her you done it, she sees it. Either she gives you full or half back. And if you like the filament, then you go back and buy some more. Or you do another test with them. They'll be happy to have you testing it. As long as you're showing them what you're doing. I mean, I ain't shitting with anybody when I do my reviews on stuff. When I build stuff, it's all fucking what I tell you I'm doing. Like, I'm not switching things out or, you know, and if it doesn't work, it gets scrapped. We go on to the next one. I don't care. You know, you guys love to see this stuff. I love to see this stuff. Okay, so we're ready. So we have a file in here. And like I said, what we're going with is, this is the Minotaur file. So what I did was I scaled him up. Now, we'll see what he's gonna look like. So right now, all we're doing is we're gonna wait for the build. We'll come back and show you what it looks like. Make sure there's no lifting. If like, because it's part of this is part of the review too. Every time we use this, we're reviewing it, all right? Every time we're going to put this on, we're going to tell you about the stuff, if you like it or not. I'm hoping that we get some spitting out of there soon. But we don't see anything coming out yet. The one thing that scares me about this stuff is when it clogs. Oh, it's the worst. And we don't want that. Okay, so we're going to let this work out. We'll get back to you guys. So after... oh hell, it was like at least over 24 hours. We have our first print. This is with the Airy One. Sorry, it's upside down, but that's the way the printer, that's where it's happening right now. So this is what we got after 24 hours. Now, I got this print off of my mini factory. Now, just remember, this is only supposed to be a couple inches. And I scaled that up to at least, let's say about 6 inches, 7 inches. I wanted to see what this would look like when it's done. So, we talked about the nano adhesive. Did a pretty good job of keeping everything square and down. Pops off super easy. Nice looking bed at the bottom, okay? So, no issues with it moving at all. You know, having it skipped. The difference is this was all pre-supported, and again, I took the file, the STL of this that was supposed to go in Cheeto box. You could see that these are not normal supports for an FDL printer. So. Did I say FDL? No, for a filament printer. They don't look like these. These are for that printer. But well, we're gonna take it apart and I'll show you what it looks like. So let me just get all the supports off and let's take a closer look at it, okay? All right, guys, so we're back and we pulled all the supports off of our Minotaur. Now, that's pretty sweet. It has that like silky, well, of course that's what it is, silky purple look to it. So pretty detailed. This was only supposed to be a 2-inch piece. It's 6 inches is what I size it up to be. The detail from our machine really kept everything really well. There's a couple of issues. One is, like I said earlier, is I use the wrong support. Like there's 3 files that were given for these guys. One was already supported for the resin, and the other one was for the filament, and the other one was in pieces kind of thing. And I picked the wrong file. I put the resin file with our FDM, our filament. But you know what? The only problem I had was I had a lot of supports on here, because I put it in after I did all the setting. I put it in and then I pressed go, and then I walked away from it. So the only thing is, the odd time I walked up to it, looked at it, oh yeah, looks good, until I got to a certain point where, just say in the middle of the night, where I wouldn't get up to look at it, it grew and grew and grew, and then when I woke up the next morning, it was like, oh my god, look at this, look at the supports on it. Let me tell you. So what can we say? Airy One, and it's Airy One, not everyone, filament. Is it worth it? For the price that we paid for this guy, he's a little bit more, this filament was a little bit more than your standard, what you would pay for just your normal filament. Your normal filament went for about, I think it was like $30, $25, $30 we can get it for. This guy in the 1 kg was roughly about $40. But was it worth it? I think this looks really cool. Now, if you wanted to, you can, which we'll probably end up doing, is painting, you know, most of his cloak and everything. And I really like to keep the rest. Like you can see his dreads are so cool. Look at that. That's so cool. Everything's weaving in there just like a real dread for this Minotaur. Is it worth it? I would say yes. I would give them a really strong, give it a try, Airy One filament. Now, our next one will be our, like, we didn't know that, and I said this earlier, you'll see on, I'm coming back at it, Airy One also has, and you can see that's how it's spelled, Airy One, also has resin. They don't have a resin printer. Go figure. You make printer, you make this stuff, but you have nothing to go with it. It's a cost thing for them, they said, as I remember. And they said maybe in the near future they will look into it, which is great. Maybe then. We'll see. So, that'll be our next test. I would definitely give this a thumbs up. My review, my test. It's not the first time I've used this stuff, but this silk one, it would be the first time. Wasn't any different for settings and stuff like that, for the heating of the bed, heating of the nozzle we used. The settings we used, pretty much simple. What we had, the nice thing about when you buy your STLs, which is the file, they have everything pretty much set up in there, so you don't have to really screw around and change things as much. That's what I've noticed, and it came up pretty good. Except for, don't be a dumbass like this guy and put the wrong STL in the wrong machine. It just made a difference. Anyway, we are going to be on to the next one. Still working on a couple things here, and we'll get back to you. So don't forget, guys, if I can do it, you can do it, and choose your own path. That's so important. Be good to each other, right? All right, on to the next one. Have a good day.